Greetings and salutations, viewers and leading ladies. Still Vlogmas, and this is Post 2. We're actually going to talk about that thin line between talking about personal business and professional business in the workplace. And it's quite frankly one of those pet peeve of mine. So, let's talk. Hey, have you subscribed? If you're new to this channel, welcome. I advise minority women leaders to overcome challenges in the workplace and lead more effectively. But the principle can relate to us all, so subscribe. First and foremost, I'm doing a holiday giveaway. Check out the flyer here and visit www.maxperspective.com to get all the instructions and to enter into the contest. Do so. You don't want to miss it. Free goodies for the Christmas season. Everybody excuse the attire. This is my workout gear, and it takes an extra effort if I don't do it in the morning to actually work out. Get my mind together, I put on my gear, and it holds me accountable to actually go. So after this, I'm actually going to make my way over to the gym because I'm all ready. And that's my disclaimer for now. That's my disclaimer. Oh, wow, I got this on. Anywho, well, I had a recent issue. And this has been happening before, whereas bosses or leaders blend that thin line, talking about personal business and professional business in the workplace. And it always throws me, like, okay, how do I respond to certain things? How do I handle these types of questions when I deem them unprofessional? I don't think that this is the right time or right place. Now, let me be more specific. Now, you know, everybody has the boss that has the family portraits up, and they like to show their kids off and talk about what their family did over the weekend and so forth. But I'm not that type of person. Probably because I don't have a family per se, whereas I don't have my children's photos because I don't have any kids, and I don't have a husband photo because I'm not married, and I don't have mom and dad and all those people hanging around the office as far as like photos is concerned. So there's no talking piece, which is probably weird. But no, my office is not decked out like that. So I do have leaders that do have their office just, surrounded by love and their family. So you go in and they show you these pictures. Well, I had a boss who did that. I went in, we were just talking small talk, probably talking about what the game plan was for the week. And he's showing his pictures, and that sparks the dialogue, makes it a little warm in the office. It's supposed to be real good. Then he proceeds to ask me, like, what do you do over the weekend? Do you date? And to me, that took me back. And I'm like, no, I do not. And even if I did, I probably would not say it. Still working on the transparent thing at work. So I'm like, no, I do not. A lot of the time I'm spent doing work that you give me, Not that I don't have a life. I just didn't think it was any of his business. And I'm still trying to work on how to create that dialogue, whereas I'm giving a little of some personal information so that, nothing is uncomfortable and there's fluent information going back and forth. But that threw me. Are you dating? And it was harmless, just a question. But I thought that was too personal. Like, that is definitely too personal for me. So now instantly I'm thinking, what is that thin line between professional business, we're talking about professional things at work, and personal business and talking about, personal stuff at work? There is a thin line, and I don't think the two should merge together. And it's one of the reasons why I'm slow to accept a lot of my work friends on my social media, because that's the time where I'm myself and I'm most warm and I do what I like to do. And a lot of the times people like to bring that into the workplace. And it's not the appropriate time. It's not the appropriate time to say, oh, I saw you, Della. You was at the club, or you was doing this. I saw you doing that. And I'm like, okay. It's not the time. And I know I'm pretty jokey when it comes to my social media. I'm real relaxed because it's not a professional setting at all. It's my social media. If you ever see me on Snapchat, I'm always live and happy, go lucky. So people really enjoy that, and they take it and they bring it back to work and they want to talk about it, how funny it was, or how live we get on the weekend. But don't get me wrong, I do let my hair down on the weekends, because after you've been working so hard, you deserve to reward yourself. Do something fun. Go out and do something exciting with your peers, your friends, and so forth. But there is a thin line between personal business, to me, and professional business. And I do not think they should go together. Let me give you another example of when this was merged together, and I thought that this wasn't appropriate. At this work function, fellow leader of mine came to me as a mentor and was telling me that they knew something about a co-worker's new significant other because they used to work with our organization. And the person was just an older person. Like I said, they were trying to mentor me and was telling me this is how they're going to, I'm going to be more specific, they're going to actually go to the co-worker and tell them about their significant other, that the significant other used to be abusive, that they know the significant other had a bad history of doing this, that, and the third. And in my head, I'm like, how is that any of my business as a leader? Your relationship with such and such. If it's not merging and spilling over into the workplace, why am I going out of my way to tell that person that their significant other is, or my perception of their significant other? It just didn't sit right with me. So, me being honest, I said, I don't think that's your place. I just didn't see that. You were not asked to provide advice on the relationship. You were not asked to provide what that person thought of their significant other. You were not asked to come forth and tell anything. I believe that should be kept alone. Like that person had the due diligence or opportunity to tell the coworker, hey, this is what happened in my past life. I'm growing, or whatever the case may be. But it's not me as a leader to go out of my way and start telling you about your personal business. To me, that was unacceptable. But they did whatever they wanted to do and engaged in conversation with the coworker, and seemingly everything worked out okay for now, But to me, that was merging that thin line. Whereas that was personal business and in a professional setting coming together, and it should not have. Here we are at an event within the organization, and you're talking about how that person's significant other is seemingly not who they say they are. And you don't even know if that person came forth already and said what happened in their past life. Like, that's not my place. If it affects readiness, mission sets, or any of that nature, things of that nature, then of course I'll probably step in and pull that person to the side and say, hey, now your personal life is directly affecting, the effectiveness in the workplace. Then I have something to go off of. But that's something that happened recently, and I'm like, that is such a pet peeve of mine. I asked a friend this week actually, like how to engage in dialogue, whereas when people are telling me about their personal life, I actually give a little, to keep the conversation going, because I don't want to come off as snooty or uninterested, because I'm genuinely interested and I love listening, but I need to actually interact inside the conversation. So I asked this week how to do so without, just giving away all my personal business, because I must admit, I do not, I'm a private person, and I do not just willingly tell you everything that's going on in my entire life. That's just not who I am. And some people do, they're like an open book. I've never said I'm an open book, but I'm trying to be more transparent here in 2018. But just when I'm talking at work and you're saying stuff like, how's your significant other? And I'm like, they're well. That's pretty much all I give. Not they're doing this in school, or they're currently at this job and they're doing that, and they're at the house and they ran a marathon today, and I don't do that. So I'm learning how to actually engage in conversation and just give a little bit more. But there's also a thin line between personal business and professional business, and I, for one, do not mesh it together. I don't ask about certain things because I think that's your right to go home and push the desk away and just be at home. That's your personal business. And when you come to work, I'm talking to you about other professional ventures or whatever the case may be. And anything I'm asking about personal life, very, very much on the surface. It's nothing deep. Maybe how was your weekend? What'd you do? And if you want to tell me you just play video games all day long, that's fine. You play video games all day long, and I'm saying that's awesome. I'm glad you got away from, work and you got your mind into something that you want to do. And I'm glad you're back on Monday morning ready to get after it. That's all I say. I'm thoroughly enjoying that type of conversation. I don't need to know more. Like, oh, did you eat a whole lot? I can kind of tell. Once that starts affecting your work habits and, just the climate in the workplace and just mission overall, then I'm really going to get engaged. But I think you deserve to have that personal time that's personal to yourself, where you're free from, judgment, opinions, and so forth, where you can just be you and come back to work and just be refreshed and ready to go. But that's just me. What are your thoughts? I'm so open to hearing what you think about this subject, because I'm still working this one through, but definitely had many different encounters where I thought it was just way too much, way too personal. What do you think? Tell me. Put it down in the comments, like, share. Let's get everybody involved, and let's hear. What do you think about this specific topic? This has been an interesting topic. To engage with me in the future, do so by visiting www.maxperspective.com and follow all of my social media links. This has been Max Perspective, bringing you a fresh point of view.